Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Cherry. Today let's solve one legal question together. Today's question is 47, Permutations 2. We are given a collection of numbers. In our array, in our numbers, it might contain duplicates. We need to return all possible unique permutation in any order. So let's say we are given an array 1, 1, 2, and we need to permutate the numbers in the array. And we will input all those permutations in our output array and also make sure that there has no duplicates in our output array. So this is the requirement of this question. So let's see first. I will create our candidates. I will produce our permutation step by step. So each time I will choose one numbers from our nums. So let's see, in our first round we can choose one number from our nums array. We can choose one, we also can choose another one, and two as well. So we have three choices. Then we can choose the next numbers. So for this array, we have two options, the second one and the third number, which is 2. So we have two options, right? And so I will say the following these choices later, and based on this subarray we can choose the remaining number from our original array, right? Because we have already chosen 1 and 1, we are left with only 2 in our original array. So you only have one choices for this given array. We only have one choices, only one choice, which is 2. And for this given array, we only have one choice, which is the second one as well. So this is our two candidates which can be put in our output array, right? So here for the first round, because we have three choices, we only consider the first choice. So let's move on to the second choice, because the second choice, for the second choice, the number is the same as the first choice. So that means the following choices, the following selections are also the same, same as the previous choice, right? This is the second choice. So if we don't consider the duplicates, that means we can choose the first one here and also the 2, right? But if we choose this, the first one and 2, we will create two same subarrays like these two. So that means in the following steps that will produce the same candidates. So for this case, we need to skip this one. Okay. So then let's move on to the third choice. We choose our first number, which is 2, and then we can choose the remaining numbers from our original array. We choose 2 already. We have choose 2 already, and now we have 2 ones in our original array that can be choose, right? That can be choose. Okay. So if we choose the first one, then based on these selected numbers, we can choose the third one. So this is also our result. But if here we have two options, right? We can choose the first one and also can choose the second one. But if we have two options and the first option are the same as the second option, or you can say the second option are the same as the first option, that means the second option should be ignored, right? So here are the same. Here's the same situation. The first is 1 and the second option is also 1. So that means we cannot choose the second one, right? for this is the same. So we choose the first one. That means in the following steps we cannot choose the same numbers again. So, but the how to say that? But we need to make sure that the same numbers are adjacent with each other. So we need to sort it, the original array, right? So let's start coding. So first of all, I will sort it. I will sort our array, original array. And then I will create a function, which is backtracking. And I will use a variable to collect the result, the candidates. And I will use a path variable, which is a list, to record the steps or record the candidates that are forming, that are producing produced step by step. Okay, and then I will use the used variable, which is a dictionary. Yeah, used variable will show you which numbers has been used, because like I said, when we continue selecting our numbers, we need to make sure that the numbers selected in this round was not selected in our previous rounds. So we need to record which numbers has been chosen. Like this, if we have chosen the first one, that means in our second round we cannot choose first one again. So this is the second one, right? Okay, so yes, I think these are all variable we need to create. So once the length of our path is equal to the length of our nums, that means we have get one candidate at this round. So we need to collect this candidate to input it into our res variable. So yes, this is time to return our backtracking algorithm. Otherwise, that means we haven't produced the valid candidate. So that means we need to continue selecting numbers from our original array, right? So we will iterate through all numbers in our nums in our original array. What I'm going to do is to iterate through all numbers in array. And then, yeah, here is the point. Like I said, we have already sorted the original array to make sure that the same number are adjacent with each other, are nearby, right? So if our currently let's see, let me finish the code first, and or used I equals to false, we need to continue. So I will explain this statement, or this, how to say that, this line for you. So if currently this is our current number that we're going to select, if we realize the current number, let's see, this is our current number, or is equal to the previous number, is equal to the previous one, right? And this number hasn't been used, which means hasn't been used. So if we don't add this condition, that will make a mistake. How to say that? Let's see in our process of selecting numbers. Here we already have one in our array, right, in our path. So we want to select the next numbers, and the next number is at on the right of the previous number. They are adjacent, right? So if you don't want to use this phrase, if you don't use this phrase, that means this number cannot be chosen because it satisfies this condition. So you cannot produce this subarray. So that means it's gonna impossible for you to get the candidate like this one, right? And also like this one, because this is the first one and this is the second one, and they are adjacent. So that means this one is invalid if you only contain this condition. So that means you need to make sure that this one, how to say that, you need to add additional condition to make sure that this one is valid. How to make sure that? So let's see. Let me think. I'm a little bit confused. Okay. So if you want to make sure that this one is valid, you need to check if the previous same number has been used, right? So if it's not being used, like this one, and this, like this one, it's not being used currently, because for this subarray we only use the second one, so that means the previous one hasn't been used. So that means this one should be skipped, right? So I hope you can understand. It's a little bit complicated. Okay, so then we will continue our selection. So if our current number hasn't been used, okay, I think I should write it like this way. That means we'll continue our selection step, right? Now let's backtrack. I will call backtrack function again, and to input our res variable, and our path will be updated by adding one number into it, right? So this is the number we are going to add, and this is our used. Oh, here, if we want to go further, go into the next round, we need to update our use as well. And you need to, and here you need to recover the current number to, that means you end up this recursion, and you jump out of the recursion and you want to go to the next step. So you need to make sure that the previous number which are being used will be recovered to the state of not using. I don't know if my expression is correct. Okay, let's continue our algorithm. So I think these are all the code we need to write. So let's call the function. Let's create our output array, and yes, I will initialize my. Okay, I think I can use a list and initialize our used array with all false. Yeah, it's all false okay. So let's call the function backtrack and rest, and then the path will be empty array, and then it's use, and we can return our rest. So let's check if it's correct. Okay, yeah, I think that's all. So here I want to emphasize that we need to be very careful about this condition, because I always forget this condition. So if you want to get a more clear understanding of this condition, I recommend you to write a tree-like steps, tree-like graph to help you understand the recursion. Yeah. So let's run some tests to check if it's correct. Oh, what's wrong? Let me check. Okay. Pass equal to norms return. Okay. Oh, sorry. This should be I-1. We need to check the previous number. The previous number hasn't been used. Right, so let's run again. Okay, let's submit our code. Okay, so that's all. Thank you for listening. Let's see each other tomorrow evening. Bye bye.